Hi, how's it going? Today, I got some good news, but it's also bad news. But I don't want you thinking that this good news is actually bad news, because it's not, it's totally not. But I don't want you thinking that this bad news is good news, because it is bad in a way, but it's not all bad, so it is good. And I'm not saying like it's bad news, but today I'd like to talk about my bad news. Batesy, what is this good/bad news you have for us today? You are confuzzling me brain. Okay. I lost my job. The job I've had for the entirety of this year that's kept me sidelined from YouTube for about 6 months. That job. I won't go into great detail as to what happened, but basically it was an almost mutual agreement between me and my previous superiors that I just wasn't suited for the role. To put it simply, I was extremely fatigued and stressed the whole time. And no one performs well when they feel like that all the time, so yeah, it was basically time for me to go. And I personally think that's for the better. Now, why is that good and bad? Well, obviously it's good because now I have tons of spare time. I'm no longer stressed, I'm no longer fatigued, I'm not necessarily worrying about being at work and, failing at everything I do because I'm just so goddamn tired, and now have more freedom to do whatever the hell I like. All the while I'm applying for more jobs because, I still need a job. But it's nice to have that freedom back again because it's been gone since January and I sure did miss it. Everyone needs a good holiday every now and again. And obviously, the bad news is I no longer have an income. I mean, you could count YouTube as an income, but no, YouTube doesn't pay rent. But yeah. Anyway, that's not necessarily anything you guys have to worry about. That's totally my problem. Basically, all it means for you is that for the first time ever, I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into recording and editing videos than I ever have before. I'm sure, as most of you know, I uploaded 3 videos in as many days. Not long ago, and once I got into the swing of things, I actually really started to like it. I didn't feel like I was rushing myself, I didn't feel like I was rushing the editing, and yeah, I feel like, especially now that I know what it's like to work hard, I feel like I can keep that kind of schedule up. In summary of that, basically all you guys need to know is that I'm going to be making a much bigger effort into keeping this schedule up for as long as I possibly can, because that's what you guys want, and that's what you guys will get. Me not having a job will probably work in favor of this schedule because getting a job where I live right here is a lot more difficult than most people think. It took me half a year to get the job that I had, and that's only because I knew someone who worked there and they put in a good word for me, so jobs are pretty scarce where I am. Again, that's my problem, it's alright. Now, on to more lighthearted and fun things. A certain individual going by the name BattleForge Games, or just BattleForge, is making a mod for me. Like, it literally stars me in it. I had a look at his trailer the other day and it had my name everywhere. And it had green text and it had this awesome music in the menu. Seeing that pop up, watching the trailer, and knowing that you took the time of day to chop up all the sounds and change all the textures and whatever else you may have done in there, that was extremely humbling. And mate, I must say I am extremely keen to give it a go. Like, even if one day you just decide, nah, fuck it, I won't do it anymore, that's fine. The fact that you even thought of doing this at all is really humbling. Like, BattleForge is this guy who also makes a lot of SCP videos, but instead of me being a complete goofball, an absolute klutz, accident-prone, very scared of everything, he is a cool, calm, collected individual, and he sets himself little challenges, like certain methods to stop 096 from chasing you. He'll show playthroughs of himself going through it. He'll show what each and every item you could possibly put inside 914 can do on each setting. Basically, if there's ever been a burning question in your mind about, I wonder what would happen if I did this in the game, chances are he's already done it and made an awesome video about it, so I don't know. I'm probably doing a terrible job at explaining what his channel is. So just go over there and see what I mean. He's a really cool dude, trust me. I love that guy. Okay, on to more things. Another YouTuber going by the name Missy Freakout Now has given me the honor of being a voice actor for one of her little skit series, The Bosmo Chronicles. It's basically like a little Skyrim series where she and her good friend Frisket go around and, they have a lot of shenanigans together that often involve secretly trying to kill people, stabbing dragons, barging into people's homes, and thinking they're friends with everybody. She's only made one episode of this little series, and she's kindly requested that I star in the second one as my own little character. I'm not going to give out any details of the script whatsoever because I don't know how secret she would like to keep it. I don't know. That could be a possibility. But yeah, that's just so you guys know. Now, Missy, I feel like me and her have a lot in common. We both seem to be extremely shenanigans based, and both of us are quite unlucky, especially when it comes to playing games like SCP. And her friends are just so precious. Oh my god. For me, she's one of those YouTubers that could play like a game like Fishing Simulator or a pool game with her friends, and if anyone can turn such mundane tasks into an absolutely hilarious video, then that person, to me, is among the funniest people I've ever seen. And she's just brilliant. Her first episode of Bosma Chronicles was very good. I liked it. A little bit messy, they did jump all over the place, but hey, that's probably what she's going for. Check her out, she makes really good stuff. Right, on to more news. SCP version 1.3.2 is out, and I shall be recording it today and hopefully even uploading it tonight. However, there are going to be some changes regarding filming of SCP. Last time, as all of you who watched it know, I encountered some serious lag. I mean like PowerPoint slideshow lag. I was so embarrassed filming that. I was thinking of not even uploading it because it was that laggy. But after editing it, I was at least a little happy with that video, and yeah. I've kind of nailed down the problem to my recording software, Fraps. Now, Fraps to me has been the simplest and best recording software to use, period. It records absolutely brilliantly, very, very close to what the game actually looks like, and you can do a lot with the footage. But after looking up the specs on my computer, I found that it only has the low-end i7 twin-core processor. I mean, yes, it does have a fairly mid-range NVIDIA GeForce graphics card, but that dual-core processor is just not really the best at multitasking, so that's the strange thing. You know, at the end of a video, I'd push the end record button, and then the game would jump straight up to 30, 45 frames per second. Even if I'm in that weird city where all those horrible creatures are, it's still stuck at 30. And then the second I push Fraps, it'd drop down to 4 frames per second, so I knew that I had to try something else. This isn't the case for every other game. Things like Dead Space, Dirt Rally, Universe Sandbox, they all run at relatively high frame rates, even with Fraps. But it's just SCP, it seems very data hungry, and I suppose with what little processing power I have left when I'm playing the game and recording it, I should dedicate more to the game rather than recording software. So I've decided to trial some other less data hungry screen recorders, and I found that open broadcast software works a little bit better on my computer. I mean, the quality sadly is not as good as Fraps. Like, some of the colors in the footage looks like it's all very smudgy in some spots, but hey, with OBS I can actually run it at a stable 30 frames per second. If you see a slight drop in the quality of the video, that's what's happened. Sometimes you gotta make a compromise when you don't have the best equipment in the world. So, yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to get out today. I'd end it here, but I suppose I still have some closing statements. I'd just like to say, recently I've been bombarded with some of the nicest things people have ever said to me, ever. And I just want to say thanks, guys. I am incredibly lucky to have, you know, all you people who come along and watch my stuff, and you seem like you genuinely enjoy it. It's still a bit difficult for me to grasp this concept that I can make someone on the other side of the world's day, you know, much brighter. And that's awesome. I've always loved to make people smile and laugh, and if that's what I seem to be doing, then, well, that's fantastic. I'm glad you guys like my stuff, and I'm glad you want to see more, because I'm only more than happy to make more. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, thank you for your nice comments, thank you for your hilarious statements, and thank you for your criticisms as well. Like, even the not so nice comments, you know, they inspired me to do better. You're awesome. You are also freaking awesome. You are also freaking awesome. Okay, well, this is the end of everything I have to say. I'm probably gonna fade out whatever it is I'll have in the background. So, yeah. I shall see you in the facility. See you guys.
Into right 6. into left 5 half long, tightens 3, and right 3 over crest, don't cut, 60 over long crest and crest, left 6 80, caution right 6 over long crest, jump maybe 60, caution left 4 long over crest, tightens 3, don't cut, stay mid 60, right 4 over 80, don't cut 40, middle over long crest, into right 4, and left 4 half long, opens crest, jump, and crest, into left 4, tightens 3, past junction, and right 5 over crest, and left 4 long, past junction, don't cut, tightens 3 long, and right 4 half long, opens to finish.